please? Thank you. Here. Here. Mr. Candela. Here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We now open the floor for public comments on agenda items. Do we have any public comments on agenda items this evening? Okay, there being no public comments on agenda items, we move on to presentations.
All right. We have one set of presentations this evening, and they are going to be our Diamond Awards. And Mr. Hansen, I'd like to draw your attention to his amazing leveled up technology sparkle showcase that he has put together.
Nice.
And so congratulations to our 3 recipients who are the inaugural members of this new slideshow. So at first, we'd like to introduce Mr. Freiberger and Dr. Berger, who have nominated together Miss Vicki Riley, one of our instructional coaches.
This is starting to look like Disney.
Ah,
Like, good job.
I mean, it's the most magical place.
There you go.
Hello, everybody. Vicki, welcome. Thanks for bringing your family with you as well. So I've known Vicki for a short time now. You have gone above and beyond with your passion for learning with students and teachers alike in our district. You make learning for all of our kids Riley fun. Super great joke that you do. But yeah, it's always so nonchalant. Love it. You've taken on the role of implementation of our new math curriculum and have worked tirelessly to ensure the entire staff have access to resources, best practice, and troubleshooting. You've curated resources, co-taught, created a one-stop shop for data housing for our staff to interact with constantly. I can tell you one sentence and it just comes to life in our PLC meetings. You truly drive staff growth. You're beyond your abilities as an educator and as a coach. You're just plain fun to be around. You're positive, kind, informative, humble, energetic. You fully deserve this award, and you certainly spread our sparkle on characteristics in everything that you do. You drive growth in students through growth in teachers. Thank you for your passion, Vicki. And I'll turn on her over to.
Thank you. Okay. At DLS, Vicki has shown us her passion for student learning and instructional coaching in a variety of ways. Her kind, charismatic attitude is what has made the transition to our new Envisions math curriculum exciting and a challenge we are willing to take on, learn from, and grow professionally. While there is always a bit of fear or apprehension in taking on new curriculum, Vicki has supported our staff through multiple training sessions, attended team meetings, collecting teacher feedback, engaging with students, examining data, modeling lessons, and working with every department from general education to specials to intervention to special education to pre-K. She also provided workshops during our Summer Learning Institute and gave staff a feeling of reassurance that we are in this together and it will be Riley fun. Vicki, we thank you for your passion to always level up, lean in, and sparkle on. And of course, from DLS, we thank you for the diamond dish. Vicki Riley.
How about that, Vicki Riley fun? Would you like to say?
Thank you. I'll just say a quick thank you. Working here has been just a life changer, and the opportunities that have been kind of opened in front of me to move from classroom teacher to interventionist to instructional coach and be able to share my passion has been beyond anything I could ever imagine. So I'm very appreciative to administration and our amazing staff here. It's just been Riley great.
Our second award this week is Mr. Hansen. He has nominated Justin Everhart.
Right. All right. Good evening, everyone. Today, I'd like to take the opportunity to take a moment to shine a spotlight on a dedicated member of our technology department, Mr. Justin Everhart. Dependability, dedication, work ethic, integrity, knowledge, and teamwork. These are hallmarks of an excellence in our profession, and Mr. Eberhardt exemplifies each one. In an ever-evolving world of technology, it is essential for team members to possess the capacity to adapt, collaborate, and evolve with the times. The D76 Technology Department thrives not just in technical knowledge, but on the flexibility and a growth mindset. Within the setting, Mr. Eberhardt sparkles. He doesn't simply react to changes. Over his tenure at D76, he has grown to anticipate them. He is a great team player who actively seeks out collaboration and continued support for our D76 staff. The sparkle on qualities that we all hold dear at D76 are not just the words on the wall for him. They are values that he embodied each day through every project and interaction. He is proactive, ensuring that challenges are met and very responsive when issues arise. And above all, he is reliable. Mr. Eberhardt is on the job, and you can rest assured that the task will be handled with skill and dedication. Join me in recognizing Mr. Eberhardt with his Diamond Award.
Always sharp dress for the board meetings. I love it. Bow tie and vest.
Thank you.
Would you like to say a few? You don't have to.
I don't know what this is. Thank you.
All right, our last Diamond Award this evening is from Danny Costas, who has recognized Mr. Steve Nolte. And then we also have a special student that would like to recognize Mr. Nolte for the impact and the work that he's done for his life. So, Mr. Costas, you can go ahead.
All righty. Mr. Nolte has been great with the kids. He does a great job de-escalating them during a crisis. And his calm demeanor helps the kids feel safe. He's a delight to work with, and he's really great with the kids. So, thank you.
Well, and I just want to say they're right next door in my office. So I hear a lot of excitement, energy, and passion coming from Mr. Nolte's class. And Mr. Casas works directly with him every single day. And actually, Steve, he recognized you in the very beginning. I should give it a week. See how it goes. I just know I still want to do it. So even after a month, I mean, the patience, and the resilience and the love and the care that you show our students every single day. Obviously, it's evident with our older ones who come back to recognize you, but just the work that you've done in a short amount of time, our most precious little life, so recognizable we have an alumni, a West Oak Middle School alumni who just graduated last year. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you. Would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for all of you guys for inviting me to be here. It's an honor to give Nolte this award, and I actually wrote a speech I came prepared today. Yeah. So hello everyone. My name is Isai Emery. Some of you might know me from last year, and if you didn't know me, you know that I was a troublemaker. But then there was someone who showed me not just how to be a better football player, but to be a better person in general. I've known Nolte since 7th grade, and I am currently a freshman. Something I could tell you about him is that he's always positive, outgoing, and all around a fun person to be with. He's always thinking about others and how to help someone out every day. Every day at practice, he always pushed me and told me that he believed in me, and he helped me become the best person of myself. And for that, I am honored to be able to be here to give you this award, Mr. Nolte. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
These are done for the evening. I think Mr. Hansen's going to take a few pictures. Thank you all, family and friends, for coming tonight. It means a lot to all of us as the board and the leadership team that you support, the amazing staff that we have here. So thank you and have a great night.
Okay, now we will move on to our business agenda for the evening. The first item on the business agenda is the omnibus vote agenda. Items under the omnibus vote agenda are considered routine and or non-controversial and will be approved by one motion. If anyone, board member, staff, administrator, or citizen wishes to have a separate vote on any item or items, that item or items will be pulled from the omnibus vote agenda and voted on separately. Be it resolved that the Diamond Lake 76 Board of Education accepts and approves the omnibus vote agenda items A through D as listed. May I have a motion to approve, please? Ms. Sullivan? Yes. Mr. Becker? Ms. Bailey? Yes. Ms. Hale? Yes. Mr. Houghton?
Yes.
Mr. Candela? That motion is approved. Moving on to our next item, which is personnel. Be it resolved, the Diamond Lake 76 Board of Education accepts and approves the personnel items as depicted on the agenda. We have one new hire and one leave of absence. May I have a motion to approve, please?
Second. Yes.
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 Yes. That motion is also approved. The next item on the business agenda is up for review, and that's the 5-year facility plan scope and priority. Mr. Rogers, did you want to speak to that?
Yes, thank you. So yeah, attached is what we present to the public, and it's our I consider a 5-year facility plan overview. And then, if you're online, you can click on, there's a attachment in the upper left. That's where the next subsequent 2 and 3 pages are. And it just gives some rationale and justification, as well as try to establish some level of hierarchy in terms of what priorities are. So really all I did here was present, I updated some of the actual numbers that we have, and I kind of rounded them off from what we've had the last couple of years, and what the approved projects are for this upcoming summer, and then as well as some projects that we're planning on presenting or will be presenting in the next 2 years. So we have FY25 and FY26 are kind of next projects that we're going to be project cycle that we're going to be looking at. And there's still, we kind of use some different color coded numbers here in red, and those are what we're going to be really starting to vet out and get some actual data for, so we can present to you budgetary, I'll consider them budgetary actuals that we'll be able to discuss and decide whether we want to approve. So what I'm doing is just considering this 5-year facility plan is a draft document, and I'd like to hold in the new year a facility committee meeting. We haven't had one of those in quite some time. We can review the buckets of money that we have available to us, and then we could prioritize projects once I could start putting some numbers down. I'd really like to have kind of an a la carte menu of a track may cost X, or if we decide to scale it down, it may cost Y, and here's what some of the other priority projects that we can take a look at. And as a board and leadership team, we can plan out the next few years in terms of our remaining fundings from any, what I'd prioritize it is remaining revenue that we have from the Fairhaven sale, capital projects money that we're able to transfer in, and then we can bucket that out to any additional projects should grant money become available. So that way we're kind of shovel ready in terms of, hey, if we're able to get 500,000, this is what we're going to allocate those projects towards. So it's just really for your review. Some of the projects that we presented on the presentation last board meeting are at the very bottom. It's listed just under future considerations, and they're all listed in red in the bottom right corner. So those are loose numbers that we might have received kind of in passing from our architect. So very budgetary. But it kind of gives at least a semblance of an idea of what we're considering. So any questions about that? And if so, or if not, I'll be presenting this again sometime after the new year. This is all planned would be summer 25 at the earliest.
A facilities meeting maybe prior to the January or February board meeting. You could do like a 6 o'clock if you're all available. We'll let you know. But in the meantime, if you have ideas or feedback and suggestions you want to share with myself and Mr. Rogers, you're happy to. That didn't make it on the list.
Okay. That sounds great. Thank you. Okay, Okay, moving on to our next item for action, which is the Westo Campus Water Facility easement. Therefore be it resolved, the Diamond Lake School District 76 Board of Education moves to approve the proposed easement between Lake County and the Diamond Lake School District 76. May I have a motion to approve, please? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that motion is also approved. And then the last item up for action this evening is the Diamond Lake School Building Automation System Improvements. Therefore be it resolved, the Diamond Lake School District 76 Board of Education moves to approve the amendment to existing contract with Performance Services to include the building automation system replacement at a not to exceed cost of $591,425. May I have a motion to approve, please? Second. Yes. Okay, that concludes our business agenda. Moving on to board discussion, we have the IASB resolutions. I believe at our last meeting, we pretty much had discussed all of them. But tonight we were just gonna kind of formalize how the board wanted to vote, and then also, Mr. Hoffman, I know you weren't here, so I don't know if you wanted to give any additional comments.
No.
Okay. Okay, so there are only 5. So I'm just gonna go through and we can kind of just take a quick like straw poll and see what everyone would like to do. The first one is the local, state, federal relations, the industrial construction. They have as do not adopt. If that one for some reason gets appealed and people end up voting on it, then we just kind of need a decision for how our board would like to vote. I thought that based on the discussion that we had at the last meeting, it would be in our community's best interest to adopt. Does that sound right? Okay. Okay, then moving on to the second one, it's the school resource officer funding. This one they recommended do adopt. I think we had just different discussion there. So does anyone have any comment they would like to make, or how you indicate you would like to vote? I agree with Dave there. Does anyone else feel differently? Okay, so I think from what I'm hearing, the majority would vote no, as in do not. The next one is the bus driver regulations. And this one was the one where they wanted to lobby federal and state school board or and state legislation. Am I remembering that correctly? I think the comment that I made last time was just that to me, it doesn't make sense to support lobbying for federal issues through IASB because that's not really what they do. And if there's going to be a federal hurdle here, then I don't see how this is going to be, successful. And I don't know that's necessarily money well spent. I don't think anyone disagrees with the fact that there's a school bus driver shortage and that that's clearly a problem. This to me did not seem the best way to address that. Does anyone feel differently on that or want to share additional comments? Those requirements at all. Our school bus drivers, based on just the configuration, they are. Okay, so I think we're saying do not adopt for that one. The next one was the Faith's Law, employment history review, and I think that we had some good discussion that kind of explained why the do not adopt here made sense. Does anyone have a different opinion than do not adopt for that one? And then the fifth one is the the alternative safe school funding. Yeah, and that's why they're recommending not to adopt it because it was already covered in the position statement. So it was redundant. I think we were in agreement with the do not. Okay. For the delegate committee, the delegate assembly, does anyone have a dying desire to go vote? If not, I'm happy to do that. But if someone else would like to do that, I'm happy to have someone else do it. Just let me know and we'll get registered. It's during III, so it's usually at on Saturday, it's usually at 10 and it goes to lunch. You only can have one person go in. It's I'm not discouraging you if you're interested in going. I'm happy to have you go. It's very procedural. There's a lot of Robert's rules and a lot of lines of people standing to vote and talk. If anyone changes their mind and would like to go, just let me know. I've done it a couple times. I don't necessarily need to do it again. Okay, so I think that wraps up our discussion. And we had no FOIA requests, notices and communications. We have a lot of fantastic highlights. We also had the CEDAW meeting agenda for the 26th for the executive board. And then, yeah, I don't know if you want to go through any of those, Bhavna.
No, just like you said, we've had a really busy, productive past 2 weeks with some field trips. Congratulations to the Board of Education on their recognition at the Lake County Dinner for Board Governance. So that was a really nice recognition. And I know we're going to add this to our award wall. And we have another exciting edition of the Diamond Dish, plus a video of the farmers market event, of which Sparkles made an appearance. Mr. Hansen did an outstanding job of putting together the new org chart with our new headshots that you all were graciously able to take back in September, and then just kind of reorganized our organization chart. So that's kind of nice. We put that out last week. Also the strategic plan snapshot after the board approved the strategic plan, and as always, those babies keep coming. So that is our newest addition to our babies.
Fantastic. It's always nice to see lots of happy things. It's good to see the soccer team win again. That was
Yes.
nice.
Back to back.
Good job.
Mhm.
Okay, and that wraps up notices of communications. Moving on to public comments and petitions on non-agenda items. Do we have any public comments or petitions on non-agenda items? I think since our audience is gone, I'm going to guess that that's a no. Do we have any others this evening?
And I forgot to mention, it was Principals Week that you all
Oh, yes.
declared. Thank you, and a special recognition to our 3 principals and assistant principals for the outstanding work and leadership you all do every day. And it's evident with our staff and the kids that come back. So thank you so much for all that you do to make this place our home.
Thank you. Okay, then we will now move to executive session for the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the district or legal counsel for the district, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee or against legal counsel for the district to determine its validity, and for student disciplinary cases. May I have a motion to adjourn to executive session? Yes. Thank you, everybody. Erica, I really like your shoes.